Our first lesson is from the prophet Isaiah. All of you who are thirsty, come to the water. Whoever has no money, come, buy food and eat. Without money, at no cost, buy wine and milk. Why spend money for what isn't food, and your earnings for what doesn't satisfy? Listen carefully to me and eat what is good. Enjoy the richest of feasts. Listen and come to me. Listen, and you will live. I will make an everlasting covenant with you, my faithful loyalty to David. Look, I made him a witness to the peoples, a prince and commander of peoples. Look, you will call a nation you don't know. A nation you don't know will run to you because of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, who has glorified you. Seek me when I can still be found. Call me while I am yet near. Let the wicked abandon their ways and the sinful their schemes. Let them return to me so that I may have mercy on them, to me because I am generous with forgiveness. My plans aren't your plans, nor are my ways your ways. Just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my plans higher than your plans. Hear what the Spirit is saying to God's people. Thanks be to God. God is our protector, our guardian, and our guide. We will not be fearful, for God is on our side. We search the distant horizon, looking for someone to save the day. Our rescue comes from God, our Creator, the architect of the universe, the sculptor of the earth. God puts our feet on a firm foundation and will not fall asleep on the watch. The Eternal One, who protected Abraham and Sarah's descendants, will do the same for us. Our God is ever vigilant. God is our protector, our guardian, and our guide. We will not be fearful, for God is on our side. The Almighty is our security fence and the roof over our heads. When things heat up, we will not wither. When nightmares appear, we will not be left in the dark. God will shield us from adversity and affliction. The Eternal One will save our souls and watch over us both now and forever. God is our protector, our guardian, and our guide. We will not be fearful, for God is on our side. Our second lesson is from 1 Corinthians. I do not want you to be unaware, my beloved, that our ancestors were all under a cloud, and all passed through the sea, and all were baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and all ate the same spiritual food, and all drank the same spiritual drink. For they drank from the spiritual rock that followed them, and the rock was Christ. Nevertheless, God was not pleased with most of them, and they were struck down in the wilderness. Now these things occurred as examples for us, so that we might not desire evil as they did. Do not become idolaters as some of them did. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and they rose up to play. We must not indulge in sexual immorality as some of them did, and 23,000 fell in a single day. We must not put Christ to the test as some of them did, and were destroyed by serpents. And do not complain as some of them did, and were destroyed by the destroyer. These things happened to them to serve as an example, and they were written down to instruct us, on whom the end of the ages have come. So if you think you are standing, watch out that you do not fall. No testing has overtaken you that is not common to everyone. God is faithful and will not let you be tested beyond your strength. But with the testing, God will also provide the way out, so that you may be able to endure it. Hear what the Spirit is saying to God's people. Thanks be to God. The Holy Gospel according to Luke. Some who were present on that occasion told Jesus about the Galileans, whom Pilate had killed while they were offering sacrifices. He replied, "Do you think the suffering of these Galileans proves that they were more sinful than all the other Galileans? No. I tell you, but unless you change your hearts and lives, you will die as they did." What about those 18 people who were killed when the Tower of Siloam fell on them? Do you think they were more guilty of wrongdoing than everyone else who lives in Jerusalem? No, I tell you. But unless you change your hearts and lives, you will die just as they did. Jesus told this parable. A man owned a fig tree planted in his vineyard. He came looking for fruit on it and found none. He said to the gardener, "Look, I've been looking for fruit on this fig tree for the past 3 years, and I've never found any. Cut it down. Why should it continue depleting the soil's nutrients?" The gardener responded, "Lord, give it 1 more year, and I will dig around it and give it fertilizer. Maybe it will produce fruit next year. If not, then you can cut it down." The Gospel of our Lord. Praise to you, O Christ.